YouTube? Hey, just tapping in, man. Late night, but I wanted to put this on you guys so that you can be ready for what's to come. Okay, I know a lot of times during a stock market crash, it can it can conjure up a range of emotions, but I wanna keep you calm during the storm, during this little turbulence. That's what I call it. Call it turbulence, like a plane ride. It got a little bit of turbulence, and that's what I look at this as, because this is going to ultimately turn out to be an opportunity of a lifetime. But you gotta go through that little bit of turbulence, okay? And so today, J.P. Morgan just sent out a note, and they are saying, check this out, that there is a 60% chance of a recession after the tariff hike. So, okay, so they're essentially saying you are going to lose at least 30% of your money, if not more. Guys, that's never an easy thing to go through. A drawdown, a sell-off, a crash, a correction, it never feels good seeing the money you work long and hard to build up, to see it come down, okay? However, what goes up must come down. But guess what? In the stock market, it always goes back up. And then on top of that, it always goes back to new and higher highs. Okay, so that's what you stay encouraged by. The only caveat is this though, guys. You never know how long it's going to take. It can be a V-shaped recovery, meaning in the next 60 days, boom, we can be right back up there, kind of like COVID in 2020. Or it could be something that's a little longer term, like 2008. It took to around 2013 to come back. You feel what I'm saying? And so these are things I want you to know, but you know, Coach gonna always provide you the best teaching and the best lessons to help you navigate. I do not want you guys to get knocked off your square during this time, okay? So check this out. The SPY, this is the S&P 500. If you rock with me, this is something we focus heavily on, okay? I wanna teach you how this is the overall / macro view of the market, okay? This is the top 500 companies, and look at this. Collectively, it is down 15%. 20% means you're headed for a bear market. 10% means you're in correction territory. They're smack dab in the middle, sitting at 15%. Okay. And so again, when you are down 15% on an overall market, guess what? Your individual stocks are even down more. Some of them might be down 20%, 25%, 30%, 40% even, okay? And so check this out. The QQQ, the triple Qs, otherwise known as the NASDAQ, okay? This one is down 19%. So this one is in a bear market or right at that level, okay? So you have the triple Qs, that's what everybody loves, that's what everybody is focused on every day in the stock market when they're trying to trade options, for example. The ones that are bullish are now down or in a bear market as it relates to the triple Qs, okay? And so with that being said, that means all the tech stocks, this is 100 best tech companies in the stock market is inside this ETF, the triple Qs, okay? So that means that if the index is down 20%, we're just gonna call it that, okay? Then the individual stock, Nvidia, Tesla, AMD, Broadcom, you name it, if it's a tech company, it is down way more than 20%, okay? So how do you know that? How do you measure that? You measure it with these right here, the SPY and the triple Qs, okay? But here is where the difference in the game comes, okay? Yes, I taught you how to make do puts, and we don't go through those same drawdowns as everybody else, okay? We've been doing puts, we've been making money in both directions, what we say around here. And we've been doing that from the get-go since 2020, okay? So on average a month, I make 100K just in puts alone, let alone 100K to the upside in calls, all right? But with that being said, here are some things, guys, that you can be investing in just as a hedge. When the market is crashing, here's some inverse of what you can be in. And this is starting with the SQQQ, the Pro Shares Ultra Pro Short QQQ. Okay, look at this. This is up 50% nearly at 48.98%. Okay, so while the market is going down and you need to protect against or hedge against your calls, your long-term plays, I want you guys in SQQQ. This is when that gets brought up to the forefront. When you bring that to the front of the congregation and you start putting more emphasis on this. I'll put you guys on this a while back just to kind of have it on your radar. It wasn't truly time for it, but I wanted to introduce it. Now, though, it's time. Why is it time? The technicals tell us it's time. The conditions tell us it's time. The sentiment tell us it's time. And so SQQQ is what's going to print. And for those of you that don't know how to do puts yet, for those of you that's still in the learning phase, I'm going to show up every day and teach you the game, okay? But while you're learning the stocks you need to buy, when I talk about stocks to buy now, this is going to be a temporary thing. Now, temporary could be 3 months, 6 months, however long this plays out. You will be in these. But then when the reversal come, you get out of these. Let me know if that's understood, okay? The next one is TSLS, okay? This one is how to make money on Tesla when Tesla's going down. Long as Elon Musk ain't showing up to the office. Long as he out here still playing politics. Now, some of that should be coming to an end. And you see this moment they announced that he was going to be stepping away from Doge soon, the stock got a quick little bounce. But sure enough, it was faded and came right back down. Okay, so that kind of stuff can happen. But look at this. If you guys are in TSLS, this is only $12. Okay, this is the type of stuff I try to teach you guys, how you don't need a bunch of money. You just need to know where to be. There's always a bull market somewhere. You just need to know how to go hunting, okay? You need to know how to go hunting for the right stuff. This is up 59%. This got the potential to go much higher if there's anticipating that the market is gonna come down much lower, all right? Everything could also always be changing on a dime. So I'm just showing you where you can find some relief at, but it's going to be inverse to everything that you were currently in. All right. The next one is UVXY. Okay. We can call this the VIX for those of us that gets busy in the market. Matter of fact, whenever this hits $30 to $40, that's how we go buy. That's how we go shopping. That is when we go buy stocks we know, like, and love, stocks we want to hold long term, stocks we want to see double when this is all said and done, okay? But the VIX is how you make money when the stock market go down. This is for when the S&P go down, this goes up. So as long as the market is going to be crashing, these are some of the areas you want to be, okay? These are some of the assets you want to be in short term, okay? Short term could be 3 to 6 months. Short term could be 1 to 3 months. Short term could be 1 to 3 weeks, okay? You just have to show up every day, keep your eye on what's going on, stay locked in so that you can see when the reversals happen, you can see when the sentiment change, you can see when Trump tones changes, you can see when Fed Powell starts cutting interest rates, whatever the case may be. Those will be your indicators for when the shift and the pivot will happen. But until those things happen, these are where you need to be, okay? I'll keep trying to put these type of videos on you guys, as well as the right type of things you need to be in to make sure you don't get ran up off the market. Man, I can't stand how Wall Street does during this time when the market go down. They more scare you guys, you're fear monger versus kind of encouraging, telling you this is the best time. All of us that's part of the 1% that was lucky enough to get wealthy, we just had the right information at the right time. For some of us, that was back in 2008. For some of us, that was back in 2012. For some of us, that was back in 2018. But when you invest, when the market is down here, is how we built the wealth, okay? It wasn't no penny stock. It wasn't no fluke stuff. It wasn't no get rich quick. It was just these type of times, but 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. Let me know if that makes sense. And we just had our money ready. We was like Warren Buffett. We was out of the hoopla, and we was cashed up, caked up, ready for this time. When it came, we bought all the stocks when it was low. Back when I bought, guys, Nike, VTI, these things was way, way lower than these prices today. Okay, so think about 15 years ago what these prices were, okay? And you gotta account for stock splits and all that kind of stuff, because the stocks them ran up to thousands of dollars, got split. So you might think they've been $50, $100 and stuff, but they was up significantly back in the day. Now they come back down, they done got split, chopped up, sliced and screwed. And so again, just trying to show you guys where you need to be temporarily. I'll make sure I keep these on your radar so you know if you're not comfortable doing puts yet, okay? But you got to get comfortable because that's what we do around here. We are the first people that makes money in both directions. You're going to see a lot of people trying to talk about puts now when they haven't been the last 5 years, okay? No matter if the market go up, it always have down days. And so there's always opportunities to make money on puts and calls when you, like me, I don't leave no money on the table. The money is in a chart and every chart got a red candle. And so coach take advantage of that. But with that being said, right now, while you're learning, these are the stocks you can buy. These are the options, meaning call options you can do if you're comfortable with things going to the upside, okay? Listen, man, we're gonna get up out of here. You guys be safe this weekend. Stay out of trouble. Be in the Discord first thing in the morning. Everybody else consider joining the money team. We make videos like this every day, so if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result there. If you consider the journey, do me a favor. Don't forget, like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys grab some stocks. Use my link below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.